yeah.
Crazy. You can see the city in my eyes.
Woo! That's okay. Wait, I want to show that. Wait, stay there. I'm gonna show. This is Will, who's on the line right now.
I'm on the line.
Look at
the mix.
Look at that. That's a
New
cool.
York City in my heart eyes.
So we've got the music community coming together digitally now, which is.
Rory Williams in the building. Hold up. Sunset Suns. Let's go. Oh, that's right. You weren't on that part of the tour.
Who's a what? Oh.
Sunset Suns. They're a pop band from well, technically south of France, but
Okay.
a British band.
Oh,
Shwayze's
cool.
in the building too. Hold up. Let's go. What's up, Shway? Welcome to Greg Spero's live cast. Get some people from my side. That's what's up.
Awesome.
Greg is streaming everywhere right now. Literally. Captain Spero in the building.
Just riffing a little bit on one of my favorite Herbie tunes. You guys know that one? Anybody recognize it?
What's it called?
Maiden Voyage.
So I'm saying, Shway, ain't gonna be no battle. Wow.
A little Herbie, a little of my inspiration.
Yeah. So, what's new, brother? I know you were working on an album last time I saw you, and that was a long time ago.
Oh yeah. So a couple new things. Here, I'm gonna make this so people can actually see my face on the Insta. Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
Yeah, a couple things. I actually released, well, on Monday I'm releasing a single that I recorded a long time ago, but have not. I actually recorded it and put it out like 7 years ago, and then quickly took the whole album offline because I didn't want that to be that wasn't in line with the progression. But now that I'm working with Rope Dope Records to put out a lot of my back catalog. So this record called The Electric Album is Rope Dope's the shit. So this record that I recorded a long time ago, I'm going to release with them. But there's one particular song called No Rest for the Weary, which is very applicable to what we're going through right now, specifically in healthcare. So I'm releasing it on Monday, and I put out a video yesterday. You can see it on my Facebook. That is a montage of healthcare workers in the current situations. And actually, the one I put out yesterday is more stock footage, but the one that I'm going to release on Monday is a montage of actual scenes of healthcare workers coming to the rescue during the COVID pandemic, and that is being released. The song is being released Monday, and all the proceeds from the song are going to support healthcare workers. So right now, donating it all to the CDC Foundation, but I'm looking around to see if there's another It's like smaller charity that can do stuff on the ground, like provide childcare for healthcare workers during the crisis, because I know they're already working 12-hour days.
It's crazy.
It is crazy, and it's about to get much worse, and we're going to need as much help as we can get in that department. So it's my way of doing like this little bit that I can, and then spreading the video. So for those of you on right now, check out my Facebook. Just look up Greg Spero on Facebook and share this video, because it's gonna. The idea is to incite support and gratitude for the healthcare workers that are coming to the rescue right now in this time period, and will be for the coming months as we go through the thick of this in the U.S.
Yeah,
that's what I'm working on.
That's dope, man. That's good.
And also Spirit Fingers is
your spirit. That's fine.
Thanks, man. And then Spirit Fingers is releasing a record June 12th. So that's standard shit. We released a single on that a few weeks ago. It's doing all right, and now we're lining everything up to do the release on Rope It Up on June 12th.
Spirit Fingers, let's go.
What about you, bro?
June 12th, you heard it first.
Well, what about you? When's the Will Wells solo project coming out?
Wow. You asking the hard questions right now.
Come on, man. I hear you.
We'll see. There's a couple things in the vault.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know about it.
All right. Keep it on the hush hush for now.
A little bit on the hush hush, but I have another group too that I really like the stuff we do. It's with my boy Zayla. It's called Zillion.
Okay.
And I think you would dig it too.
Send me stuff, man. I'll if you want me to premiere anything, I'll premiere it here on the channel. I have the ability to play tracks to the world out there, and then we can see the comments, and it'll be great.
Come on, Rory. Rory said we want the solo project. Rory heard a couple things on the European and Eastern European legs of Dragons. They used to play in demos and stuff.
Cool. Yeah, man. I want to hear it. Send that stuff over as soon as you are ready.
I will make sure to let you know. I'm gonna get up off here though, man. Thank you for having me. This was fun.
Thanks for joining.
And, yeah, man. We'll be in touch soon.
Yes, Will Wells, everybody. Catch you later, bro. Peace.
Peace. Catch you later, man.
Let's reposition this. There we go. Still got everybody on Instagram. Whoa, that was a terrible chord. It's really hard for me to talk and play at the same time, which is the whole point of this. To train myself to talk and play. People are applauding coffee out there. Oh, we got YouTube working now. Brilliant, that's what that is. YouTube community is asking some questions. One of the ones is, what's up with that German bass player? He's not German, he's French. Big difference. I could go into all sorts of, I'm not gonna go there. Maybe as this series goes on, I will become probably more and more vulgar, because I'll be doing this every single. More and more offensive, I guess. Because there are lots of offensive thoughts in there. I promise you. It's hard to say them immediately when you first start a TV show, but for now I'll keep it relatively PC, and I'll just say that the Germans and the French, they have their differences, and he had his French qualities. Some great, some interesting. One of the best bass players I've ever played with. His name's Hadrian, by the way, Hadrian Farad. But he had a tour with, I think it was John McLaughlin, that he had to do during a tour that we had. So I used Max Garrel for that tour, for the Spirit Fingers tour, and Max ended up picking everything up and just kind of like rolled with that vibe because he knew all the new songs at that point. So we've had Max, who's an incredible bass player. But, you know, I'm sure we'll have Hadrian play some stuff with us in the future. It's a very... music in a group like that is a very malleable and flexible sort of thing. This isn't coffee, by the way. This is mushroom cocoa. Yeah, so that was Blackbird. One of my friends in London, or he's not in London, he's actually in Cumbria, but he said BBC Radio 6 yesterday morning played my version of it where I'm singing it, which is really funny. Because I took that off the whole interwebs world years ago when I released the Spirit Fingers album. Because I'm not really a singer. Though I'm still trying to learn piano. Really no idea what I'm doing. Do any of us? I'm not gonna sing. Last time I tried singing on this live stream, everybody left. If you want to hear me sing, you can hear the recording of me singing, because that way I can do multiple takes, and when I mess up, then I can just never let you hear it. But live, no. In fact, if you go to my Facebook right now, you can hear me singing the song No Rest for the Weary, which I wrote with Peter Yastro. Yeah, Joseph Azaro, I would love to play at Space in Evanston this year with Spirit Fingers, assuming we're actually able to play anywhere. At some point, we can go back into the world and start doing things with each other. Man. Steinberg on Facebook watching. But yes, hopefully we will get out to space in Evanston to play. Joseph, if you know anybody there, please let them know. We'd love to do it. We just need to book a time into the far enough future that this pandemic is done, and we can interact with each other. Imagine how many people, I just had this thought. Thank you. Oh, I got family on here. All right, I'm not going to tell you the thought I just had because I have family on here. I'll tell you on another live stream when I don't think my family's watching. Oh, the Lucia, you, that's so funny. You're talking about the luckiest. Wait, did you say something about playing that earlier? Because that's also on my electric album, which I took offline, which you're not supposed to get. But I love that Ben Folds song. I mean, I was such a fan of Ben Folds. His, what was the song the Biggie song that he did, like as a piano version? It was so good. I would listen to him constantly in college. I also saw him when he performed at University of Illinois. That was such a fun show. He asked to take requests from the audience. He was like, "What do you want us to play?" And I asked him to do something in Sprechstimme. Does anybody know what Sprechstimme is? I was such an asshole. I was like conceited, complete, total piano nerd. Sprechstimme is a German form of vocalese, where they do lots of weird sounds with their voice. Yeah, Bitches Ain't Shit. That's it. Yeah, Ben Folds when he did Bitches Ain't Shit. I feel like I should do a cover of something like that sometime soon. I know some pop songs. I could start just singing, like, I could take some of these rap songs that are really popular right now, some of the more meaningless ones, and make some like pretty piano versions of them. I feel like that'd be a lot of fun. Like, what's a good one? You know what? I have to actually refresh myself because I haven't listened to mindless rap in a long time. I listened to some good rap, but that's harder to remember the lyrics to because it's not as repetitive. You can't... Oh no, wait, you can't because the title isn't an adverb? Oh, very good, Lucia. Yeah, referring to the weird titling of my songs that I had my little sister do. I do love that song. I'll give you a tiny little taste of it. It's like, I don't get many things right the first time. First time, in fact, I'm told that a lot. Now I know all the wrong turns and stumbles and falls brought me here. And where was I before the day I first saw your lovely face? Now I see it every day, and I know that I am the luckiest. I actually don't remember how the rest of it goes. It's like he talks about a story when he was a little kid and riding around on his bike or something. Whatever. It's a funny one. If you want to hear the full version of that, you've got to look up my Electric album, which I don't know where it is. I tried to remove it from all of the internet. That's funny. Is that Joey, were you asking you're supposed to hear what my family's not supposed to hear? Well, okay, here's the thought. Fine, I'll tell you, because the more sensitive family probably logged off by now. But I was just thinking how many people are not having sex right now, and what repercussions that could have to the world's political relations, right? Like, if you don't, I don't think Donald Trump sleeps with his wife, probably. I don't know. If I were her in that situation, I probably wouldn't be sleeping with him. So, like, he's gonna get pretty frustrated, you know? Because he can't see anybody else aside from his wife. So he can't sleep with anybody else. So, like, I wonder if that's gonna come out in our in our political, the political landscape. I feel like if that happens, unless you have a significant other that you're sleeping with, like a committed girlfriend or boyfriend, or a wife that you or a husband that you still sleep with, unless you have that, you're not going to be sleeping with anybody, and it's really problematic because unless you're meditative, I mean, I'm quarantined up. I don't have a girlfriend, so I'm not sleeping with anybody, but I meditate, so I can take that energy and just bring it into my ooh, you sleep with your cat. That's not cool. Ooh, and that's, you know what, that's another wave of really weird things that we'll see with people, is people they get too frustrated, maybe their pets are there. That's really problematic, People do weird things. You don't even know how weird the things are that people do. When people says you think married people have sex, that's pretty funny. I mean, they must, at least for a little while. Otherwise they wouldn't have any children, right? See, this is where all the followers drop off. Lucia, very funny, using my the words from the titles of my last album in that last. I hear you. But yeah, so all these political leaders and business leaders and people who just are not able to have sex right now, and so I feel like the world might get into this place that's very frustrated and troubled, and people wanting to fight each other because of all this pent-up energy. It's just my theory. Might happen. Might not. Who knows? If you guys have any thoughts on that, feel free to say it in the chat. Oh yeah, Rio, you sleep with an imaginary girlfriend, and I think you're in Tokyo, which is one of the centers for technology for imaginary girlfriends. I saw something on, I think it was at CES or some sort of technology conference, where it was a completely robotic girlfriend, which I've actually dreamed about because, but it couldn't be just the sex. It would have to be somebody you can emotionally relate to. But then you can also but then they'll also just agree with you all the time. They won't argue with you or try to change you, and you could just turn them off when you want to. It'd be really amazing. But, that hasn't been invented yet. I actually did think about that when I was younger and dating. But I was also really, really made fun of and didn't get any girls in middle school and beginning of high school. So I had to figure out what the future would look like for me without interacting with anybody of the opposite sex for quite a long time in my childhood until I got better at music. Once I learned to play guitar, then it all changed. Weird conversations we have in quarantine, right? Rio says there are services for girlfriend/family for a day. Well, yeah, it's called prostitution. I think we try to minimize that in society because it creates all sorts of problems and social dynamics. But you know what? It's necessary. My dad says, time to veer off into new subjects. Oh, that's so good. I am married to my piano. I am. That's been the bane of the majority of my relationships in my entire life, has been that I just pay too much attention to the piano. I love it too much. Wendy Jensen says, I'm with your dad. I'm assuming you're talking about, in theory and what he was talking about and not actually spatially, because that'd be really awkward. Oh, I cracked myself up. This stuff is great. All pianists are married to the piano. You know, when I was engaged a while ago, for those of you who don't know, and when I was, she would get really jealous, like just emotionally, it was really bad. When I would really connect with the piano, she would actually have trouble with that, which was kind of cool, you know? Homer says, music is my mistress, Duke Ellington. I feel like music is more my wife, and then like if I'm in a relationship, that person's my mistress. That's probably why I don't keep relationships for too long. Still, you know, still looking for that one, but we'll see if that ever actually happens. Feels kind of unlikely at this point. We'll see. Someone in the chat is a chef and a pianist. Yeah, there's no way. That's like being a polygamist. You have to be Mormon to be a chef and a pianist. You have to like lie to one about your feelings for the other. No, I swear, I really like music better. Oh, I just like food better. My little brother says he's had scary similar theories about AI. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I did see that movie where the guy falls in love with the AI being on his phone. That was pretty cool. I could jam with that. But there'd have to be some sort of physical manifestation, because that's the thing that's lacking. Well, actually, no. AI is not really there to be able to fall in love with yet. It's not good enough. One day we can hope. I bet women are hoping that too. Guys are terrible. They could just like have somebody who could like give them emotional satisfaction and like work a job, but that thing is actually a robot, and that thing isn't stubborn, and you know you can turn them off. I feel like once that happens, guys are all just out of jobs in every way, shape, and form. John Cage predicted musicians talking as much as playing. Hey, Stefano! Where are you in the world now, man? Stefano is one of my fans and friends out in Italy. Someone on Instagram asked, where is my favorite place to play been? My favorite place probably was Tokyo. I loved the Billboard Live venue in Tokyo. London's great too. London's probably my second best, but you guys gotta get your sushi game together. Sushi in London is overpriced and under quality. And sushi is like my favorite food, so Tokyo has that on you. Oh my god, I've gotta make it so my computer stops beeping and things. Lori, I agree with you. Lori Spencer is a great friend and promoter, journalist, media personality. She's on here right now. Amsterdam is great, Dennis, but tell them to book me there again. And then I'll love it more, because I had great times, but they have not had Spirit Fingers yet. So maybe they just don't know what they're missing. Rio, book something for me in Tokyo. I'll come in a second. Flights are cheap right now. Haha. No, I won't actually go over there because I don't want to die. So, oh yeah, that's okay. First of all, Sisu McGray, what is your actual name? I don't know people by their screen names, and I only see your screen name, so I might know you. But yes, I love Alinea. The best meal I've had in my life was at Alinea, and yes, I am friends with Grant. The best New Year's party that I've ever been to was his New Year's party, because there was a mushroom chocolate fountain, literally magic mushrooms in a chocolate fountain, and then Grant's cooking. There's like, if there's a version of heaven for me, it's that. But Lori, yes, we should come together to do something about all this. Do what we can. I mean, what can we really do? But there are things that we can do, and one of the things is share the video that I just created, because I created a video for to support healthcare workers and I'm releasing a song on Monday with the help of Rope-a-Dope Records, and all the funds are going to the CDC Foundation right now. I'm either going to collaborate on a deeper level with them. I just reached out to the creative director for them and heard back yesterday. Oh, you worked at Bouchon? Bro, you gotta cook a meal for me one day, man. I'll trade you my piano services for your cooking services if you were a chef at Bouchon. Evaldo. That's actually one thing I really want to do, is create an experience that is music paired with food. I've done it with whiskey, where I wrote compositions for different flavors of whiskey. But I haven't done it with food yet. I'd really, well, let's do it, man. Come on, let's figure it out. Well, we can't right now because we have to quarantine. But let's figure it out for when we're out of quarantine. We could do it at my studio in Glendale. Yes, Spirit Fingers. That we do need a red wine line. 100%. That's such a good idea. Oh man, the entrepreneur in me is like drooling over that idea. Well, Evaldo, you just let me know, and I will for sure come and make that happen, wherever we can do it. Food and, oh, sorry, Lori, I was telling you about the video. So, there's a video that I released that all the funds are going to healthcare workers for the song featured in the video, and the video has links to the CDC Foundation where you can donate. So if we share that, we can at least show our support for healthcare workers during this time that we're about to face, which is probably one of the worst medical crises in my lifetime. Probably the worst. I've never in my life heard about ships being brought in on both coasts of the US to have more beds for people to be in when they're sick. It's... Yeah, hey Lori, if you want to put that together, maybe we can have Chef Evaldo come in and cook, or do a wine tasting if it's Miner's Winery. I'm totally down with that. Let's just, let's line these things up for the future, because when the quarantine is over, everybody's gonna want to go and do all sorts of fun stuff. Spirit Fingers kombucha, that's pretty good. Evaldo, where are you located again? on, man. Okay, as soon as this thing is lifted, I'm coming to your restaurant. I don't know why I didn't realize that. I guess I just get a lot of information thrown at me all the time. Hey, why did my live video end? Come on, Instagram. You don't like me going on for like over an hour at a time? I'm gonna go back on Instagram and keep this going. What if I just did live like forever? Just didn't stop? I'll take some requests. Who wants to request something? I've got a... Hey, what's up, Regina? We've got people logging on to Instagram. What's up, everybody on Instagram? You know, John Cage wrote a piece that was like 40 years long. Tenderly, Bill Evans vibes. I like don't really know that song. I kind of... Is that it? I'm just sounding it out right now. Lori, thanks for tuning in. Is that it? Haha, Russian number. Russian number. Part 1. How's it, Lisa, what's the first part of that song? It's actually a really funny song that my grandpa wrote about the communist revolution. It's really good. Yeah, Lisa, if you can tell me how it starts, I'll actually sing it, but I can't remember how it starts. I just remember a personal friend of the Tsar was I, but friendlier still was I with his wife. We practically slept in the same double bed till the Tsar kicked me out and slept there instead. We went shooting with Rasputin, banana with Vidana, princes with the princes and the Tsar. Hey, hey, even sharing tea and herring, dip banana with Judana. Borscha, borscha round the samovar. Russian number, part 2. One gray night the revolution broke out, and I stayed to see what the fuss was about. The Bolsheviks took all my money without pity, but now I get back on the Communist Investigations Committee. We went shooting with Rasputin, with Dudina, with princes and the Tsar. Hey, hey, even sharing tea and herring, but banana with Vitana. Borscha, borscha round the samovar. Hey, hey! That's my grandpa, everybody. As we lose all of our followers. It's okay. I don't care. My grandpa is, my grandpa wrote all these great songs. They're so funny. Everybody in my family is musical to some degree. He wrote a song called Henry Kissinger and I Are Jewish. Actually, I put up a video of him singing that on this like little private YouTube channel that nobody ever sees, but then somebody saw it the other day, and it was actually like some KKK member or something, or anti-Semite who said a lot of really anti-Jewish things because he thought, I don't know, he took the song seriously or something. But that song, it's like, Henry Kissinger and I are Jewish, but that's where the similarity ends. He goes to China on a spree, but for me it's Kankakee. Why can't we just be friends? It's so good. And then he just says a bunch of stuff about, like, these random things about Henry Kissinger, the differences between he and Henry Kissinger. It's like, Henry Kissinger and I are Jewish, but that's where the similarity ends. He's got jewels and fancy clothes, I got one ring and it's through my nose. Why can't we just be friends? Armachatonum. Why can't we just be friends? Oh, it's so good. I'm sorry, everybody. Oh, yep. All the Instagram followers are gone now. Yep. Hey. Oh, wait, that's not who I thought it was. How's it going, everybody, on the one person on Instagram, which is Aaron Mulder. Now, it can't just be one person because multiple people are commenting. How weird. Anyway, I'm going to stop singing my grandpa's songs now. At some point, if this show gets really, really big and you request it, then I'll sing it in the future. But you have to share these live streams. We have 22 people watching between Facebook and Instagram, and not Instagram, between Facebook and YouTube. But for me to keep doing this, though, we gotta share it and get more people watching this show. So everybody on Facebook, if you would just share the live stream for me. I don't know if you can share on Instagram. Probably not. Hey, Piper Taylor's there. What's up, Piper? This quarantine thing, it's got us all apart. Alright guys, I think it's time to get back to the rest of my day. It's great hanging out with you. Great playing for you. Thanks to the Instagram world out there. I'll be gradually improving this. I'll figure out how to get audio in from the phone directly so that it doesn't sound so weird when I'm talking to people. And if you want to keep seeing me do this, share this video when it's over so more people know about it and more people watch it. 8 a.m. tomorrow, the next day, come back, 8 a.m. Pacific time. I'll be back, promise you. Oh, Alone Together. That's a good one though. I love that song. right, that's at the end of the stream. Probably nobody rewatching this will ever hear that again, but I'll leave it up. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of Mornings with Greg. See, it says it right there. You're watching Mornings with Greg. This is the morning. I am Greg, and we are having this time together. And remember to pour water into your mushroom coffee to make sure you can drink the sediment from the bottom. And I will see you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Thank you very much. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.